Hi everybody, this is Liz with 143 Handmade, and I am so thankful that you're here today. We are going to do part 2 of the Darlene block, and I did some big stitch quilting on here. Not as big as hers, and in a little bit different method, but still big stitch quilting. And so the layers I went with were my mother-in-law gifted me some fabric a couple of weeks ago when she came by for the holidays, and this was some of what she gifted me, and I just thought that it looked so cool with the little black stitches on the watercolor as the background. I don't think I have enough to do the whole quilt, but we'll see. I have a couple other solids that will work well with it that I can mix in. It's a scrappy quilt anyways. So what I did is, as you can see, I just went around each of the spaces. Now, because I'm not 100% sure if I want to rag this or if I'm going to attach it, with sashing or how I'm going to piece it together. I went ahead and I stopped my hand stitching about an inch away from the seam there. That way, however I end up trimming it or whatever, I won't mess up my hand stitching. So, that being said, this is just a super basic running stitch. I have, this is just regular embroidery floss. Oh, the middle layer is just an old bed sheet one ripped, and so that's what I'm using as the middle. And I thought it worked really, really nicely because it helped, deepen the black here, so. But yeah, it's just a simple in and out, nothing too spectacular. Oh. And since I'm that close to the end that it's getting awkward, what I will do is just go through the top layer and only the top layer, open it up, and see, it did pull that stitch, so you want to go ahead and make sure you tighten that down real good. You don't want to leave that stitch floppy. And then I will separating out the middle and folding back both the back and the front, so I have just the middle that I'm working with. I've pulled it nice and tight, and I'm going to go ahead and pinch right there, with my thumb and pinky, and then hold this fabric taut with my other fingers, and then just do a running stitch into just the middle, like so. And then I just kind of went back and I kind of did like a, I don't know, maybe a whip stitch, I guess is what this would be called, where I caught just the horizontal until it just came unthreaded like so, and then I just left it. And those were my knots, and those are going to be completely on the inside, and I figure that that's, I'm hoping that that's good enough. We'll see. Oops, sorry about that. And then to start, though, instead of starting with a regular knot or doing anything like that, as you can see, this is just regular embroidery floss. It had 6 strands. I've already used 2. Separating it out into 2 strands. Okay, sorry about that. That cut me off weird. I'm not sure how well I'm going to be able to edit that. But as I was saying, to start another piece, I loop my thread on. This is 2 plies, but I've threaded all 4 of the ends through the needle, which leaves you with a loop. And now I'm going to come in through the back, through all 3 layers, so that way that loop is just on the back, and then I'm going to take just a single stitch, flip it over, and find my loop and make sure it's not too awfully twisted. A little bit of twist is fine, but I kind of like pull it to there, and then I loop it through, instead of looping it through earlier and having it fight itself. And then just pull it taut, and there you go. That's what it looks like from the back. No knot, no raised anything, And then I just come back around, like so. And like I said, I just pick up as many as I can when I'm going to be doing the running stitch. Just back and forth like so. And that's about as far as I want to go right now, because I want to leave that margin of, for trimming and whatnot later. And so I've pulled it up and through the back 2 layers, but not through the front. And now I'm going to just come over here to the other side and come up through the fabric, just the top fabric. like so. And then just continue back down. That way I didn't have to break my thread. I didn't have to knot it. I didn't have to break my thread. Before I go too far though, I'm going to go ahead and pull on it a little bit, make sure I haven't, you know, because I don't have it in a hoop or anything. And so, I don't really care for working with hoops. But that does mean that when I scrunch it all up like that, I can end up, you know, creating a pucker and you know, weird stuff if I'm not careful. And so, but it's one of those things you just learn as you go, if you're comfortable with that, which way works better for your hands, you know, because just because somebody else can hold it, you know, the fabric in a certain way for hours on end doesn't mean that your hands can. You know, we all have different abilities, and that's okay. And so I will go ahead and just finish this one out. I have already stitched this one. What I liked about doing this was that it was so different. See, on this one you can't even tell that the stitches are there because they're in the black, but you can see when I flip it over there are stitches there in that section. So I thought that was really interesting about how the black showed up different on the different colors. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will be back soon with some more junk journaling stuff and more quilting videos. I have a wonky Christmas, okay, what was I going to call it? Wonky improv Christmas quilts that is coming out. That'll be my Sunday project. This is a block of the month, so it'll just come out. Her plan is to have them out on the first part of the month, so I will have it out as soon as I can after she has hers out. You know, within a week of hers coming out is my goal. So thank you so much, and I can't tell you all how much I appreciate every single minute we spend together.